Hello everybody, my name is Vero, this is Vero Reads, and today I will be doing the end of year book tag. This tag was created by Ariel Bisset eons ago, but this year I think she changed a few questions. I don't remember how the old tag went. I know I have the latest version, I don't know what changed, but I want to do the new one. I remember checking them both out and being like, oh, the new one sounds more like it fits to me personally. Okay, let's start. Question number 1. Are there any books you started this year that you need to finish? Yes. I have loads of books that are started and that I need to finish, but I haven't started them this year. My currently reading pile is still very big, but most of the books on my currently reading pile are from previous years. So I'm happy to report that from this year I only have to finish oh my god, there, the Haha. I have it there, my current read. And oh, it was here as well. Did I put it back? Oh yeah. And then like Family Lexicon, I think that's the English translation, by Natalia Ginsburg. I started this, I think in March or April or June of this year. I don't actually remember. Once when I was in Italy, I bought it in Italy, and I do enjoy it. It's just that with Italian stuff, like stuff written in Italian, I have to be in the mood to read in Italian, and I'm not in at the moment. So yeah, just these two, the Haha and Family Lexicon. I'm very proud that I don't have more. I also have the Yellow Wallpaper, but like that's just a short story basically, so I will finish it tonight, so that doesn't count. Question number 2, do you have an autumnal book to transition into the end of the year? I have started listening to The Red House Mystery by A.A. Milne, the author of Winnie the Pooh. But it's a murder mystery, and it feels very autumnal. It feels very good for November weather, like when it's cold but not necessarily dark yet. It's a bit foggy, it's a bit gloomy, but also not that much. I feel like it's gonna put me in a nice way for wintertime, and I'm excited. I've just listened to the first 2 chapters and I'm loving it. I think, hit or miss for me with mysteries, but I think this is the type of mystery that I really enjoy, which is story first, puzzle later. And we've been introduced to the characters and they all seem quirky and idiosyncratic, and I'm loving it. So that's the one that I'm hoping will get me in a kind of like wintry, cold, gloomy mood. Number 3, is there a new release you're still waiting for? I don't think so. The release I was really looking forward to for this year was Isabella Nag and the Pot of Basil by Oliver Darkshire, but it has come out. I just haven't bought it yet because I've read other stuff. I got into comic books, so it's put on hold. But I think that is one that I would ideally read this year. Yeah, and nothing much. There's a lot of Ticking Fisher coming out in the UK at the moment, but with Ticking Fisher I know that I'm gonna take my time, slowly, one at a time. I will read all of her back catalogue, but I'm not in a rush for anything that's come out this year specifically. Question number 4, what are 3 books you want to read before the end of the year? Okay, so these are just 3 books. I don't, it's not a TBR, it's not something that I'm holding myself accountable for. These are just 3 books that I was like, yeah, like those are in the plans. One is Kindred by Olivia Butler, because I still need to read my Olivia Butler book. Just got it on hold. It's just come through from a hold I had in the library on Libby. So I will be listening to that in audiobook format after I finish listening to the Red House Mystery. Then I have If Beale Street Could Talk by James Baldwin, because again, I still haven't read a James Baldwin book, and it was one of my goals. Also, I think I need some meditative, really masterfully written fiction, because I'm in a bit of a reading slump, and something really, really well written and well crafted usually gets me out of a reading slump, because I'm like, oh my god, language is so cool, like look what people can do with language, and I think James Baldwin will do that for me. And then the third thing is the 4th volume of Hellblazer, which is The Family Man. I love Hellblazer, John Constantine. I'm in love with this run. I know that the writer for the original writer for John Constantine Hellblazer is Jamie Delano, and I know this is the last, the last of his run, but I don't know if I will continue after he is no longer on the run, because it's just so good, so political, so funny, so gay, even though it's not gay, but it's so like queer coded, so like I've loved this run immensely, and I think I still haven't finished it because I don't want it to end, and I'm so worried that it will continue with a different team, different writer, and it will not feel the same. So I've been putting it off because I'm so scared of it ending. This is so crazy. Anyway, those are the 3 books that I would like to read by the end of the, well, I don't know, that's the plan. Who knows. Question number 5, what trends have you noticed in your reading this year? So this year has been a very weird reading year for me, because I've read loads, like more than I've ever read in years, at the beginning of the year, like in the first half of the year, the first 6 months, which usually is a time where I'm low reading. Like January till April is when I read the least, usually. Instead, this time, January till June was when I read the most. And really good books, and books that I think about to this day, and I had a lot of fun reading. But then July came, and I still read, but I read comic books. So July and August was all comic books. And then September came, work started to get really busy, and I've stopped reading almost altogether. I'm still reading, just the contrast between latter part of the year and the beginning is astonishing. So it feels like I'm not reading at all, when in reality I'm just reading how I normally read. It's just that the beginning of the year was so pumped. So I'm seeing the trend of, again, weird reading times, and I don't know what affects my reading anymore. I know work has a big impact on that. I know that unfortunately the more busy it is at work, the less I read, and I hate that, because I do love reading. Even when it's busy at work, I just don't have time or energy. And then I think another trend is that I read a lot of short books, and they're just amazing. They just work for me more than anything else. I think I've read probably like 2 books that were over 400 pages. That's it. And I think I read something like 6 books that were over 300 pages. So the majority of my reading is under 300 pages, and it's so good. It's so good. I've just read a lot and had fun with short books, so that's something that I've noticed. Also, a lot of poetry. One of my goals was reading poetry, and I've started reading poetry, and now it's in my rotation, and I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving it. And of course, comic books. Now I read comic books and graphic novels way more than I did before, and loads of fun. It's loads of fun. Question number 6. How do you feel about your reading goals? Anything you want to change, adjust, or abandon? I'm good with my goals. I feel really confident about them, in the sense that I feel like they've really enriched my reading experience, especially like finding the new genres like poetry, play, and graphic novel. That was really so much fun. Found a lot of great new authors through wanting to do at least 50% books by authors from the global majority. The only thing I'm struggling with is reading books by specific authors. I wanted to read a book by Olga Tokarczuk, Ursula K. Le Guin, Octavia Butler, and James Baldwin, respectively. And I've only done Ursula K. Le Guin. Hence why the books I want to read before the end of the year are by Baldwin and Octavia Butler. I've given up on Olga Tokarczuk. There is time. I can do it next year. I can focus only on Tokarczuk maybe next year. Another goal I had was my virtual TBR bingo, where I have prompts, and I have to fulfill these prompts based solely on my digital TBR. I have read books that might fit some of these prompts, but they weren't from a digital TBR, so they don't count. And I am sad because I took like a 2-3 months break from reading physical books, that I'm quite behind on this. I only need 9 prompts for this, like to fulfill this, like 9 books, but one is most procrastinated book, which is a 600 pages book. I don't think I'm gonna read it by the end of the year. One is longest book, which either I be cheeky and I count the same 600 pages book for 2 prompts, or the next one is a 550 pages book, which I definitely won't read by the end of the year. So it's more those that are kind of like harder, and then just finding stuff that's specifically from a digital TBR that fits these prompts. That's kind of the main issue. So I might I've done some bingos. I might do a video where I go in depth with all the prompts and which books I read for what. If you're interested in that, let me know if you are. But I've done like a bingo here. I might do, I don't know, 600 pages. I don't know if I'm gonna do a bingo here, but I might do a bingo here, most definitely, if I count this for something. So yeah, I've done a couple of bingos. I might do a bingo here as well. I don't know. But yeah, I don't think I will do full bingo, just some. But let me know if you want to see an in-depth breakdown of my bingo, TBR bingo. Then we have question number 7. Have you already started making reading plans for next year? Not really, because I've just spent like 3 months not focused on reading as my main hobby, at least reading books as my main hobby. I don't have at the moment any type of shape. I had so much fun with the goals, so I probably will want to do some more goals next year. Let me know what your goals are, and if you have anything that you think I might like, if you have a specific challenge that you're gonna do that you think I might enjoy as well. I will probably do something around genre fiction, because I know that I'm not, like, I tend to read more literary literary fiction, but that's just default. I do like genre fiction. I just need to find good books that I enjoy. So yeah, let me know if you have any suggestions for possible goals. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I tag anybody and everybody that wants to be tagged in this tag, but specifically Caitlin Reads. If you haven't done it already, I tag you. I will see you next time. Bye bye.